Heritage is a very strong word. It helps you connect with your values, the past, the traditions. In fact, the same word invites you into a world that has been very special. Just like this monument behind me. Now, the same word heritage means a lot to Indian motorcycles as well. In fact, the Chief series of bikes have been the oldest bikes from Indian motorcycles, and the new baby, the Dark Horse, is also based on the Chief. And thankfully, the Dark Horse has not lost any of the traditional values. This one still looks like a typical cruiser, but without all the chrome. It's like a Batman on two wheels waiting for the sun to go down and hit the roads. Now, jokes apart, as I told you, the Dark Horse is based on the Chief, has slightly less features, less weight, slightly better performance and a lower sticker price tag. But however, at 21.99 lakh rupees, this one is still a very expensive motorcycle. So the question remains, is the Dark Horse worth the look and all the package? Well, to find out just that, we will be riding the Dark Horse for a couple of days in and around Delhi NCR, and the post-monsoon showers might just add to the whole story. So don't go anywhere and stay with us.
The Indian Dark Horse is the alter ego of the Indian Chief. It is finished in matte black with chrome usage at just a select few areas. And this is what gives it a unique identity on the road. The design is pure retro and we love the balanced fenders. It reminds us of an era gone by. Look closely and you notice the iconic war bonnet, which is mounted proudly atop the front fender in a blacked out frame. Start the ignition and it lights up too. The fuel tank of the Dark Horse features distinctive monochrome war bonnet graphics and can hold up to 21 liters of fuel. Enough for a 400-kilometer lazy ride on open highways. Below the tank sits a huge 1811cc twin-cylinder engine finished in a mix of matte black and chrome. The Dark Horse misses out on an oil cooler, but more on that later. Above the massive tank sits a relatively small but typical cruiser-like speedometer. It has a small screen that displays a wealth of information to the rider, including average fuel economy and temperature. You also notice the twin tank caps, and one of them is actually a dummy one. The Dark Horse has keyless start, and this is where you notice a proper ignition button above the speedometer. Moving on, the rear of the Dark Horse carries on the same old school design theme. A huge fender complemented by twin chromed exhausts on either ends. The vertical LED tail lamps and indicators wrap up the clean rear look. The Dark Horse surely looks different, but how is it to ride? The Dark Horse gets power from the same 1811cc Thunderstroke twin-cylinder engine as the other Chief models. Indian motorcycles like to keep the power output a secret, but what matters to us is the torque, all 138.9 Nm of it. The engine is mated to a 6-speed transmission, and what impresses you immediately is the way this thing pulls from low revs. The bike sounds great as well, and with so much torque at hand, wheel spin starts can be a common affair.
Now, riding the Dark Horse is a unique experience in itself, and that is for two main reasons. A is the way this bike looks. The all-black theme works very well in its favor, and you become the center of attraction on the road very easily. And the second factor is the way the Dark Horse sounds. The sound from the stock exhaust is pure music to the ears. Lift the throttle a couple of times like this, and you can easily turn heads on the road.
The Dark Horse is a laid-back cruiser, and expecting it to rival superbikes in terms of acceleration and top speed will not be fair. But given the road, it can shame quite a few expensive sports cars when it comes to outright punch with a under 6-second 0 to 100 km/h dash. Given the road, it will do approximately 180 on the speedometer before gasping for breath. But the Dark Horse is not meant to burn rubber. It's meant to be ridden lazily on open roads, with the occasional blip of a throttle to scare away unexpected pedestrians. Ride the bike this way and you will be happy and satisfied.
Now on paper, the Dark Horse is the lightest chief bike in India, but at 357 kgs, it's a heavy bike and you do feel the weight at crawling speeds. However, as speed increases, the Dark Horse becomes pretty agile for a cruiser of this size. Now, the Dark Horse doesn't get an oil cooler, and this means in traffic conditions, your legs will take a lot of heat from the engine. But that said, overall we have been riding the bike for the last couple of days both in traffic and open roads, and the suspension has really impressed me. It can easily soak undulations of typical Delhi roads.
With post-monsoon showers for company, the road leading to our shoot location turned into a slush trail, but the heavy and long Dark Horse felt at home, eating up slush holes with ease without creating any drama and making the rider feel uncomfortable.
At 21.99 lakh rupees ex-showroom daily, on paper, the Dark Horse is a very expensive motorcycle. But then again, that's the case with almost every other cruiser in the same segment. Now the Dark Horse will do that every cruiser is supposed to do. It's massively comfortable, looks very nice, got a brilliant engine and a lovely exhaust note, and then some more. This one will give the customer a unique identity on the road, and this could be a deal maker for a lot of people. On that note, I'll take you leave. Don't forget to subscribe to the BikeDekho channel. Till the next time, ride safe, take care and bye-bye.